Chapter 4, a fishy situation. You four are making your way back into Cornby. From the outskirts, you were looking at Herman's fishing spots. You found a runed sealed barrel containing remains of animals, including what seems to be a domesticated dog, which matches up with reports that Mayor Faraway had received. You make your way back into town. You, Calvin, wanted to look at the barrel, which you had found in your own fishing hole.
Yes, I did.
Okay, so was that at your store?
No, I left it outside the inn when I was, because I was showing it to, the mayor.
Absolutely. So the four of you can make your way to the southern bank and to the dogwood, and the barrel is still there.
I just want to make it very clear that I am still blowing that whistle every once in a
And
while.
I would like to make it very clear that you're hearing nothing.
Got it. I'm just to make sure that you know that I'm still doing that.
I got you.
Gotcha.
When it happens, it happens. When there is a response, you will be the first to know.
Deal. Thank you.
Don't you worry. So you all make your way to the outside of the Dogwood, the small one-story inn located here in Cornby. There is a single unsealed barrel that is just fouling the air in this area. It looks the exact same, if not a bit more waterlogged than the barrel which you had just pulled out of Herman's own pool. What would you like to do with it? Dump it out and look inside?
Maybe not right in front of the
Yeah,
inn.
not in right in the center of town.
Yeah, let's
I mean, everybody's at church, whatever.
What if we do it in front of Herman's house?
Oh my gosh.
I think, why don't we just, take a step aside, kind of
Like into an alley?
Off the side of the road,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You can pull it over to the side of the road and dump it out. The remains of 2 sheep, bones and skin and wool, are poured out onto the ground, as well as a dark blue sludge, which seems to, as seen previously, kill the plant life surrounding it immediately. Like, as it falls on the grass, it slowly dissolves and kills grass.
This is a different color sludge.
Yeah.
No.
Well, you said dark
Blue.
blue,
Yeah,
and
it
the other
is.
one was dark.
Yeah, this is dark.
Yeah, one was
What was
dark.
the other one?
One was dark black and brown, and now this one's dark blue.
Dark fucking black and brown.
Consistency, dude.
Consistency.
I could have sworn I said black and blue,
No.
and it had the consistency
No,
of
you
mud.
said black
brown.
and brown.
Blinking Man gif. Yeah, it's the same color and consistency as the previous barrel's sludge,
Let us cut
Which-
the rest of it open.
with a sheen of blue on the surface of this black and brown sludgy. As
All right,
you,
Elric, do your thing.
Edrick, you crack it open easily with your large woodsman's axe.
My writing is bad. That might
revealing
look like an L on my notes.
The same runes that you had found within Herman's barrels.
The exact same one.
Exact same.
Okay, so so everything is the exact same, and the only difference is the part of town. What do we know? Okay,
Herman's gotta be the one who's putting these barrels together, I imagine.
or
Well, I
maybe
know it
he's
wasn't
buying
me,
these
and-
barrels from someone else.
I know he's the only other prominent fisherman in town, so if it wasn't him, hard to say who it would be.
And from what I understand, we haven't had any weird, strange individuals coming through town lately. Donovan, you've been the only one who's come here in the last few days.
Thank you.
And this has started happening quite a couple days before you arrived.
Was there anyone traveling through town a couple days ago? Like, maybe, was anything new passing through town? It doesn't have to be a person or anything, but, just
Not
the
that I
last
know
couple
of.
of days? New merchandise coming in from a different place? Nothing like that?
No.
Is anything, had nothing to your three's best approximation, you, Mayor Faraway, knowing with absolute certainty, within, above the borders of the law, nothing has come in or out of this town recently. That isn't normally coming in or out, such as water, or that's it. Nothing else goes out.
Where would this sludge come from? Maybe underwater?
Maybe, well, because the barrels are able to contain this sludge without it being disintegrated like it did with the meat inside of the barrel and the grass that got spilled onto, my guess would be that whatever strange occurrence could be happening might be coming from the barrel itself. But if it's only affecting one part of town, maybe it's the material that gets put into the barrel. Because one had sheep, and this side of town has been doing worse production-wise, but the north one had different animals in it, and it was doing better. Maybe it's her.
As far as we know,
Edrick, you're a logger. Do you know anything about where this wood might be coming from? Because, if it's somebody who lives up north and can easily cut down trees and make these things.
As far as I know, I'm the only one in town who really does any of the logging around here.
Yeah.
There's no, Cooper in town, no.
If I would only go up to the north side of town if the south side ran out of trees, which it seems to be doing at a rapid pace. But as far as I know, everything in the north, which is where Herman does his business, but no one else in town seems to do. He seems to be doing pretty fine up there, but everyone down here in the south has been suffering.
As all of you are having this conversation and discussing over this pile of sludge and bones and skin, there seems to be a large group of people who, in en masse, seem to be leaving the Temple of the Seasons on the middle aisle in the river and returning to their homes and places of work. One of these such people who will wander over to your group of people after they cross the bridge will be Gretchen from the proprietress of the Dogwood, and will come over and address you all as a whole, as a collective, and she'll say, "Oh, why weren't you all at the prayer ceremony?"
Oh my gosh, did I miss it? Oh, I never.
Yeah, everything just ended.
Oh no, I completely forgot. I'm so sorry, Gretchen.
We were just praying to be saved from the wrath of Stivus. Regular things.
Well, I'm hoping I can go there later today and offer some prayers.
Yeah.
We just wanted to make sure there were no suspicious characters hanging around town doing bad things while you were all gathered in one place.
She will glance over at Donovan very quickly and she'll go, "Yeah, I understand that, yeah."
Hey, I saved your life.
Yes, I understand that. That's why I said I understand it.
Pay no attention to the man behind the group.
What seems to be Are you going to clean that up? And she kind of gestures towards the pile of sludge that is across the road from her inn.
Yes. We just want to make sure that we figure out what's going on and there's a town that's worth cleaning up after at the end of all this.
Okay.
Do you happen to recognize any of these symbols, by the way? And I'm going to gesture towards the sigils on the barrel.
She'll look at it and shrug and say, "No, it doesn't look familiar to me, unfortunately. No, I can't say I know anything about that. Those look like the same barrels that we get our grains delivered in. That's all I can say."
Do you know who produces those barrels for your grain? And are
we
they
buy
town?
them? No, it's out of town.
Do you know who brings them into town?
Okay, do you know anyone whose
order... My own husband brings them into town.
Okay.
So...
Could we possibly talk to him for a moment?
Or do you know anyone who's ordered a lot of grain in the past little while and might have access to a lot of these barrels?
Besides us at the Dogwood, I don't know of anyone else, really.
So
Can I? Are people still on their way back to their houses?
Yes.
Or are they
People are on their way home.
Okay. But they're still out.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna stand on a wooden platform, if there is any wooden platform. Okay. And I'm going to address the people.
Okay, you can climb up. There's a set of steps leading up to the Dogwood that kind of would raise you up above the ground level if you wanted to address people from there.
Emergency town meeting!
Ding, 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 ding.
Turns their heads.
Where did that come from?
And will a small murmur will, like a wave, roll across the crowd as they will make their way over to gather in a semicircle in front of you, the mayor.
As promised, I said that I was going to investigate what is happening to our quaint little town, and...
Was it that outsider, Donovan?
I'm right here!
And, as I was saying, I would like to see if anyone here knows of any runes that look like this, and I take up and I take up the wood that has the runes and show people.
Someone will say, "I don't know how to read."
I feel that in my heart.
Is that
There
the
seems
only?
to be a-
pounds his
That's
toys
the only
and then,
answer.
like, yeah.
People kind of just look blankly at you.
That's the only answer.
Yes.
Damn. No one knows this.
I'm gonna look over to Edrick while the mayor is addressing the people, and I'm gonna be like, who's the temple? The temple to
Stivus.
Style.
Stivus.
Stivus.
Is there a godlike enemy to Stivus that could probably fit the description of this thing?
It's a Thil.
Would I have to
Deep lore?
roll to know?
Like a
something
chaos thing.
I don't think
that-
you would have to roll. I think base level you would know that Stivus is just kind of like, or most of the gods in general are just kind of against that which is bad. It's not necessarily like angels and devils kind of
No.
situation. It's kind of like a general force which
Evil.
opposes evil in the world.
Okay, can I ask another question to the crowd?
Absolutely.
Wait,
Crowd is yours.
am I religious? I'm not religious.
If you were the mayor, you would probably
Okay, I'm
be fairly
religious.
religious. Yeah.
So, but I've never seen this tentacles before.
Negative.
Like the
This
tentacles in the
tentacle.
dream.
You've never seen this tentacle.
Okay. I don't know if I should ask them. If they know,
The
like
mayor
maybe
gets
someone,
assassinated during the night.
maybe someone has like a more deeper knowledge of lore, like occult, than me.
If anyone, I would say that would solely rest upon Edrick, maybe the priest of Stivus. I don't think any of your regular citizens here, your sheep herds and like
Oh,
lumberjacks,
Let's
would
go
be like,
to the temple.
especially since some of them are not literate. I don't
Oh.
think that they would be great scholars of the deep lore.
is the priest like in the?
They're not in
town
the crowd,
meeting?
no.
Oh, he has a secret that he's trying to keep.
Or he's at the temple like a priest would be.
Oh. Okay, meeting adjourned.
Was it Herman?
Just go home.
So it was Herman.
Go home.
Okay.
I'm gonna kind of walk forward quickly and be like,
Based on what
if
that
anyone
citizen said.
sees an elderly mayor, could they please let me know?
The guard who you once addressed will run up to you and go,
Fire away
Hello?
an elderly mayor!
You got your elderly mayor right here.
You know what? I
The
didn't get the
guard-
joke until just now. I didn't mean it like
the guard,
that.
Johnson, who you had spoken to previously,
Yeah.
will run up to you with his notebook out and say, Hello, stranger. Donovan, if I'm not mistaken.
Hello, Johnson.
I, Johnson, wanted to let you know that I hadn't found head or tail of your mare, nor the body or the legs,
Well, that's good.
which
at
is
least.
unfortunate. It's good that I haven't found the individual pieces, but it is unfortunate that I haven't found the entire horse.
Damn, I just got it, mayor. Like the.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna like step down from the. I'm gonna like walk around where the mayor's kind of just standing on the wood pallet or whatever. I'm gonna shake
Stairs.
his hand again and say thank you. If you could keep looking, I'd greatly appreciate it.
Okay. Absolutely.
And we never
I'm
see
gonna
Johnson
turn
again.
to the rest of the people and be like, I guess the temple would be next in searching.
Let's
Seems
do
like
it.
our only lead.
Come on, follow me.
Whee!
As the crowd disperses and as you follow, presumably bringing the barrel with you as you follow the mayor across the bridge to the central aisle, you see Herman and his small family shaking his head and heading back to his home, presumably to encounter a busted door. But that's none of your concern, really.
That's just more cult
will-
stuff. Not our problem.
Oh man,
Approach-
the monster got into your house. That's terrible.
You all will approach this large temple on the central island. Again, it looks like almost a Greek temple with the large marble columns, and it's generally open to the elements. And as you walk in, there's a large circular pool of water, of salt water, within which people are typically blessed or things are placed to be blessed, as well as a few wicker offering baskets that are distributed around the room. There seems to be one single person in here who's wearing a set of mangy gray robes. They will turn and, as you enter, address you. They will say, "Oh, hello, Mayor Faraway, and the rest of you. Have you come to pray today?" And it's a woman with large bags under her eyes and like a wrinkled face. Her name is Yolanda.
Yolanda?
Why does that sound familiar?
Oui, madame,
Yolanda.
we have come to pray.
Oh God, no, not again.
Yolanda,
Yes.
we are here for something else.
Also
Okay.
to pray. But
We'll pray,
I'm
but
gonna pray. I'm gonna pray.
Yeah, of course.
I
Okay.
want to go outside the temple and blow the whistle again. See if I hear anything.
You hear nothing.
All
What
those
was
famous
that
temple
sound?
horses, you know.
It was the god answering our prayer. No, it wasn't. Sorry.
So yeah, if you want to pray, she will grab a small, what are those sticks with the buckets on the end? of them called?
Incense?
Nope.
It's like the
bucket.
thing with
The
like
ones
the
that you
holy
would, like-
water? Like a
well, like,
bucket.
the
Oh,
ones
like
that
in
you
a
would, like-
Japanese
Like,
temple when
flick
you
it?
like wash your hands, like in a
Yes,
shrine.
yes, yes,
Oh, like
yes,
a
yes, yes.
tabo.
I think it's
a
just like
different
a
thing completely.
religious ladle.
A religious ladle.
Yes?
She will grab from the pool and will splash your hands with the salt water to allow you to bless you in the light of, or in the eyes of Stivus and such. And we'll come back to the conversation with you, Faraway, and go, what did you need from me, Mayor?
I need to talk to you about these things. And I show her the wood with the runes.
She will
Do these look
Look at
familiar
it.
to you?
She'll look at it for a few moments and then say, "I might have a book with these runes in my chambers below, but off the top of my head, they don't resemble anything that I know.
Do you mind
We could
showing
go
us?
downstairs and I could show you if you'd like."
Is it not possible to bring the book up here?
It's more controlled in the basement. They're locked away in the storeroom where they wouldn't be exposed to any of the elements or anything.
I'm gonna follow her.
Absolutely.
Bye, everyone. I'm gonna die.
We'll miss you. We'll send you a postcard.
So are all of you going to be going?
Yeah,
or
I'll come with.
Just
I'll
the
go with.
mayor?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they were praying.
Well, we were.
Donovan doesn't pray.
I
Mm-hmm.
am intrigued by the circular center with the salt water.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I'm gonna
But
stay.
he's
I'm gonna
gonna
stay
die.
with Sid and just investigate because I have a feeling that salt water. This is the only source of salt water that I know of in this town.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So she will bring you to a small. Yeah, she'll bring you to a small door, like a small rounded doorway, which leads down into the floor through this it's not like a tall set of stairs. It's a very short set of stairs. So you might have to like duck your head a little bit going into the basement of this building. And then there's a door right there. As you enter into this room, please make spot hidden checks or spot hidden rolls.
50. Oh, that is just a success.
Dope.
Cool.
Dope.
Dope.
23.
I got a extreme success.
Extreme
5 out
success.
of
Regular.
25.
Wow. So one regular,
finally see.
2 regular, 1 extreme.
Dude, that sounds like a order from a fast
Order.
food.
Yep.
2 regular.
Can
I get 2 medium
and 1 venti?
You find yourselves now in a smaller, almost like a secluded room of prayer. There's another one of these basins containing salt water down here and a few benches upon which people could sit, which are absent from the temple above. There are 2 doors connecting to this room other than the door which you just came through from the stairs, which she will close behind you. One of them seems to be, you notice, Donovan, completely sealed around the edges of the door frame. And the other one seems to be just a regular door. All of you would notice that this door was sealed, I should say. You, Donovan, specifically notice the base of her robes, Yolanda's robes, like the bottom of her robes, they look to be completely soaked, almost up to like her knee.
Well, if they're doing blessings in the salt water upstairs, the pool,
Mm-hmm.
I would make the logical conclusion
Mhm.
that those two things would be connected since they all did a giant prayer ceremony. So I wouldn't think of that
Yes.
as too suspicious, I guess.
Okay.
I might mention it
sh-
to the other two, though, like quietly.
She will quickly make her way over to the non-sealed door and open it with a key. And within there is a series of shelves just filled with all manner of books. And she will say, here, could you pass me that rune that you wanted me to try to identify? She seems like she's very out of breath.
Man, those stairs.
I'm gonna like poke Calvin's shoulder and like point down to like the base of her robes where it's all wet, just to be like, "Is this weird?" He hasn't been to one of these.
This is not your
prayers in a
religion.
very
You're not a
long
religious
time
person.
since
Yeah.
he started traveling, so he doesn't know.
So would she usually be standing in the blessing pool for religious rites?
No.
I'm gonna kind of
Okay.
like look at Donovan, give kind of like a, you know, when you kind of like sort of put your hand up, like there's like GIF of Jonah Hill doing, and you're kind of like, yikes. Just a subtle little yeesh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold...
Especially because like everybody woke up face down in the water, so
Mhm.
if anything, her whole dress should be wet.
Oh shit.
I'm
Your heart's
going
beating
to-
now.
Like, okay, are we like in front of the room that we're going to be going into, or is it
Uh,
a little ways down the hall?
you're standing in front of the door. Finnick and Yolanda have already entered the room, and you and Calvin are standing in this private prayer room still.
I'm going to start walking backwards slowly. I'm going to take out
Okay.
my whistle,
Okay.
and I'm going to look at Calvin, and I'm going to like do this with my hands, like plug your ears.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
I'm
plug
gonna
him.
blow that thing, and because we're in like a hallway kind of thing, I'm guessing it echoes through the building.
Yeah, it would echo fairly loudly, and both you, Finnick, and her, Yolanda, can very quickly look over, and she'll please be like, please stop that. This is
I'm not paying
and
attention to her. I'm listening.
You don't hear jack shit.
I'm gonna give the rune to her.
Okay. She'll be saying, please stop that. This is a holy place of worship. And she seems to be getting quite bothered by it as you continue to blow this whistle very loudly. Are you going to continue to whistle?
I put in the loud push to hope that it would
Mm-hmm.
reverberate through the building itself, and I'm gonna take it out of my mouth after I run out of that hard breath that I pushed into that,
Okay.
and I'm gonna say, "Did you slip in a puddle there, ma'am?"
This is just a natural product of working in a temple to Stivus. It's open to the elements. This is just...
Is there like an insight skill
That's what I've been looking
to
at
like
for,
detect
one.
whether
this
someone is
entire
like full of
time.
shit?
Yeah.
What would it be called?
Psychology or psychoanalysis, I think, is what they use in this one.
I
Ooh,
literally
I'm
have
not
Well, those are
one that
both
says-
skills.
I literally
Then-
have one that
Yeah.
says insight.
Do you
Wait,
actually?
is there?
Yeah.
How?
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
because
you wrote it on
okay,
there.
he has a different character sheet. He has like a
He,
medieval
did he
investigator.
wrote?
No, he found one
Oh, did you-
online.
Yeah.
Oh, wow! Look at you.
Yeah.
Okay.
What skill does it use, Ben?
It just says insight.
Is there no base skill?
0.5, like 5%.
Oh, 5%. All of you guys can roll an insight 5%,
No, psychology
Alright.
is 10%.
or you can roll psychology.
Oh,
10%.
I do like psychology.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna think that's sort of odd how she's reacting because I'm assuming I've known
Yes.
her and this is
Mhm.
weird for her
This
to act
seems-
this way.
I got
Yep.
a regular success.
Okay.
46%, which is a fail. But I, like, even if I don't know if she's lying in this specific instance, I do already think it's weird that
Okay.
if she,
Water's on.
because wait, did we see her lying face down in the water when we were
No.
with everyone? Interesting. Okay.
Hard success.
Hard success.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Would
With
Edrick
hard
have heard
success
the whistle go off from...
upstairs.
Yeah.
Yes. We'll deal with this one specific thing, and then we'll get to Edrick.
Okay.
Don't you worry about him.
Okay.
So you, Mare Fairway, far away, not Fairway. I'm sorry for mispronouncing it every single time.
Hit the green.
You, Mare far away. This is not right. That's just a blatant lie,
Mhm.
right? Like, sure, she might be like pouring water on people, but she's not going to go like stomping around in a pool of blessed water. That doesn't make sense.
Yes.
Additionally, she seems much more like distressed than you've ever seen her in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Like she seems like the typical, like you at first might have assumed this seems like the distress of someone who went through an almost drowning thing. But then you think, I didn't see her this morning in the river. And then coupled with the lie, this seems off. Meanwhile, upstairs, Edrick, you wanted to look into this pool to see if anything was going up with it, you know? Just look around.
Yeah.
Can you roll spot hidden for me?
91, so that's a fail.
You hear the whistle come from downstairs, but don't see anything in the pool.
Okay, I'll go downstairs.
Okay. You walk down the stairs
Oh my
and
gosh.
That was a waste of time.
You walk down the stairs, and from the other side, you can hear this conversation that was happening of like please stop whistling. Oh, I was just blessing people. This is regular. And reach for the handle, and the door is locked.
There will be a murder.
I'm gonna try and open it again. Like, this is locked.
Yeah. Donovan.
So Donovan's had a long day. So I think what's gonna happen now is he's gonna slowly start walking forward, and he's gonna say, "Look, I'm not usually a violent person. I came into town, I had a horrible nightmare, which ended up not being a nightmare, almost drowned, I wanted to leave town, my horse was gone. I've been running around town the entire day, trying to figure out what's going on, trying to make sure I get out of here alive to go home, make sure my sister's okay, make sure everything else is okay. And at this point, you're the person standing between me and reaching that goal. And I'm going to pull my
Before
knife
that happens,
from my pocket.
as you are
Okay.
talking, as you are in the middle of saying, I've been having a really bad day, she will look to you, Finick, for any sense of like, oh, are you going to help me here? Like, almost like desperate. And would you offer anything? Any like she just looks like very desperately at you. Almost like waiting for you.
Scared? Can you tell me what's...
This is while
what's...
Donovan is talking, or trying to confront, or is confronting her successfully, I would say. So is there any immediate action you take before Donovan pulls his knife?
Okay. I'm just going to hold her shoulder. Are we allowed to hold religious figures here? Or okay. Sort of like calming her down.
Hold priestess gently, like hamburger.
And I'm just going to whisper at her what's happening?
She'll look at your hand, or look at your hand on her shoulder, yeah.
You can trust
me. And then very quickly, as you, Donovan, walk into the room with your knife already pulled, she's going to stab you, Finick, in the gut.
Oh, lovely.
And that's not the correct die. That is a success. If you would like, can you dodge? Right? To minimize damage?
Yes.
So
Let's check combat.
use your dodge skill, which is half dex, to succeed.
Okay. Holy shit. Oh, yes! Okay. Well, it's not a great success, but it's a regular success.
Regular success. So she flicks out this very sharp-looking knife, and as you, almost up at your arm that is touching her, and as she does so, you pull away. And that is the end of chapter 4.
Damn.
Join us tomorrow for ideally the resolution and final chapter of this special. Bye!
Bye-bye.
Bye.